Select an ancestry to determine your appearance as well as your gameplay abilities. That's not right. Understood. There we go. Human, Marsh, halfling, tiefling.
A different game or the classes that you play in this one?
Different game.
Ah.
Seed. Tutorial. Class selection. Character class determines professional granting specifics. Cleric, fighter, warlock, wizard, sorcerer. I love that there's always 3 when it comes to DnD. Druid. Intelligence, wisdom, you know the druidic language, can cast spells from the druid spells list, you can cast spells or ritual that spell.
Oh, this is like solasta or whatever, right?
Yeah, solasta. Oh, I can edit equipment, battle. Now what do I do? The background determines the character's history prior to the adventuring life. Academic, struggle, occultist. Okay, this is additional personal flags. A lot of these games, in terms, not necessarily this, but just in tabletop stuff, normally have you really building into your character backgrounds. This codex can be generated in several ways. All characters. So this one really has you building up your... Let's do dice roll.
Oh, you get... Is this how you...
This is how you stat sheet your character. Which is also another thing. In some tabletop RPGs, they actually will have it to where you might have 2 different options. One is you roll a set number of dice, and that kind of goes into things. This game actually let me pick a bunch of pre-made characters, but I wanted to build my own character. And self, nature, survival. Perception, definitely want to have perception. Language, common is fine with me. Draconic is also cool. When do I... There we go. That's what I was wondering. I was like, when do I actually get to build my character, though? Family, origin... I feel like some of that is a little racist. I feel like the only problem with this one is being a slight indie game. It's not as...
Well, it looks like it has a lot more to it when it comes to before you even start the game.
Assuming you want to. Being like there was pre-made characters that I could have chosen as well.
Oh.
But this is more in line with I think Baldur's Gate, where you can really
Go ham on your character type and...
Yeah. Well, this is a character that you can either do various campaigns. The thing with Solasta compared to other tabletop-y ones is that this is very much would like more hair options. Something more. Just gonna use that one, but I don't like that one. As a barbarian kind of character.
Yeah.
A little bit more.
That looks a little better, the darker hair.
No! We're gonna freeze to
Open your
death.
damn
No!
eyes! Take that!
You lose. You lose.
Choose a different character. No, why can't I? Oh, there we go. I'm hitting wrong things. So, change campaign. User campaign. So this one
It's more like actual D&D where you have your own campaigns you can pick to play through.
yeah.
Okay, that's kind of cool.
Well, you have the main one, which is this one, and then various DLCs, as well as you can either create your own or play other created ones. And you can change your character between each one or go from there. Do I have to create my own full party? I'm assuming that's why I don't have the triangle to start game.
So
They
you
have a bunch
to have
of
a party of
pre-made. Yeah.
What the hell is
there we
that,
go.
human?
I don't know. That's cool.
It does.
But this one has, in my opinion, one of the reasons I grabbed it is because it looks like it has so much more replayability compared to. I mean, don't get me wrong. A lot of these games do have so much in them in general. But this
Before
one,
the cataclysm.
Well, like you said, they have a lot of
Solasta.
yeah, you
like
can
campaigns and
No
doing other
humans
campaigns, and I think I
Is that
assume
the
they
dude
could
from
use
Lord of the
other
Rings?
people.
yeah, it's not so much like.
either. Rift open.
Not wrong. That does look like
Some
him
say
from.
it was a magical accident.
He was also in the Matrix.
An evil god.
He survived the Elven world so
No one
long that
knows
he
for
turned
sure.
into a computer program.
The cataclysm
I know this
destroyed
work.
the old High Elf
Or
Empire.
What? He is known as Morpheus. Agent Morpheus. That would be the biggest twist at the end of Matrix. Find out Morpheus was actually an agent all along.
In search of ancient treasures.
I still didn't like the
But
fourth one.
something
I just
is happening.
No one liked. I feel like the first one was like. I feel like it went downhill. Like, don't get me wrong, there were sections in the second one that were cool,
can't
but
be good.
it was like the first one was awesome. Second one added some really cool stuff with some not so cool stuff, and then it just kind of
I feel like they had cool concepts for the second and third. It's just trying to put it in practice. It didn't. Some of the stuff didn't come off that looking cool.
This beer tastes like donkey piss. Not that I'm complaining.
Is this the place for the Legacy Council job? Hope I'm not too late.
Ran into a bit of trouble on the way here.
Take a load off. There's plenty of donkey piss to go around. If you're here for the council job, get in line. Though if this Lord Karen doesn't show up soon, I may go looking for him.
Another round, barkeep. 4 of your finest flagons of donkey piss, please.
So, is this the job? Getting shit-faced?
We do what we have to. So what's this trouble you were telling
I feel
us
like this
about?
is another one of those better,
I
like,
was heading
if
down a
everyone
lonely
creates their
road
own
when
character.
these 3
I feel like just
shitheads
grabbing
jumped
from the
the
list that I grabbed was maybe
dragged me
not,
off and threw my ass in this broken down
or might not
jail.
end up being the
It's not like
best.
some
Oh,
poor
shit.
bastard had died in there.
But it
strong
does add a
wind
little
would have
humor.
took it down.
I think the other issue is just 2 of the characters sounded exactly the same. Oh, select a character by placing the cursor on the character in 3D view or cycle through each character using. So this one also plays differently. Open the party journal. Can I play different characters at the moment, or is it because for story purposes I'm using this character?
Yeah, it looks like story purposes. Although I feel like I don't know. I feel like it should have let you pick which one you started with, and then the rest it would have just thrown the other way in the story.
If you're playing this in co-op, you probably would play as, hopefully, whoever you picked as your character.
Yeah, like, I feel like the character you created should have had an option to be like lead character, and that would have been this character instead of this guy.
Yeah. I don't know if I really like the hey. Oh, these cards are where you want to press X to on the character's strength and whatnot. Above a character's strength below 15 and no progression, I can't jump far enough. So essentially, a character that's built better in terms of certain things will work better. You can't jump, okay. This one, I'll say I'm not a fan of the controls. So far, at least. But it's a lot of... Say this feels better if it was like maybe a point and... Not point and... This feels more like a mouse and keyboard type of game. In fact, I think
your
this
character
is...
goes where the circle point.
Yeah, wherever I click, yeah. I think that's actually how a lot of Diablo and stuff plays on PC.
But I like the fact that Baldur's Gate plays differently when you're playing on console.
Yeah, like that's what I was gonna say. Like Diablo and Baldur's Gate play more where you. That dude just got squished. Diablo and Baldur's Gate play a lot more like this, which isn't necessarily bad. I don't know if there's maybe. There might be a way where I can maybe change the
What it feels in the options.
It feels now, yeah. Not that I can get used to it.
Nice move, that trick with the wall. Glad you're no worse for wear.
Perhaps someone else can tell a story, since it looks like we might be here.
True.
Have another ale. It's not like you have anywhere better to be.
Yeah, just saying
Well,
that could be
let me tell you my
tutorialistic.
story, then. I too was accosted on the way here, but I faced my foes head on.
So, what are you waiting for? Spit it out, why don't you?
So I imagine if you were playing this in co-op, you'd probably everyone would play differently or something. But this is probably the tutorialistic. Moving and pointing L or use your main action to dash. Dash doubles your maximum movement for the turn. However, you cannot use your action to attack or cast a spell. Pretty much.
You'll die like the rest.
Definitely looks a cute computer game with the UI.
Yes, I don't feel like it was ported as great. Well, it was a more indie. Do I end my turn now? There's nothing else I can do. No. I would say yes, you can definitely feel its age a little bit. I mean, I don't know how new old it is. But this feels like the kind of thing where I think if you're probably getting into this because of DnD and Baldur's Gate and stuff, this is probably a better transition to a game like that. Not to say the other one didn't feel similar in terms of, hey, it's a tabletop style game.
It's just I imagine the other one felt newer because it is.
Well, yeah.
So some of
But the other one felt more like a
simplified.
video. The other one felt more like a video game with a. How do I? How do I hit the disengage? I see what it wants me to do.
Yeah, I don't see how you do it though.
If you take a disengage action, your movement doesn't provoke opportunity attack. I get that. I get that wants me to hit. Oh, there we go.
What, you hit square and something else?
Yeah, I think I should have hit that. I feel like this is more, once again, like, let's say you
What a
played,
bunch of namby-pambies.
Baldur's
you were
Gate,
attacked by Sorax.
and you're like, I
I don't
want
remember
another thing
anyone
like that
asking
that's
your
more
opinion.
D&D-ish, already played, not necessarily the new Baldur's Gate, but any of the Baldur's Gate stuff, and you're like, I want something a little bit more new
He's
D&D-ish.
just a harmless old drunk.
This is
Probably saw lizard.
this is more in that line. Whereas
You think
King's Tale, or for the King 2,
all those spines
felt
on
more
their backs,
like,
those
I like
jaws.
tabletop games,
You've never
but I
seen
want
anything
more
like it.
video
Not lizard
gaminess.
folk,
And I feel like
not
that's
troglodyte,
more
not
video gaminess,
dragonborn,
whereas this
I'm
feels more
telling
like
you.
the kind of
No
thing
one
like
believes in Sorax anymore. Except the Church of Einar, of course.
a little bit more tabletop.
There's a Sorak under every
They're
bed
trying to
if
be
you believe
more
them.
and more faithful
Easy
to those type
now.
of games.
Yeah,
than the
like this
previous
is
ones
this is
played.
this is trying to be much more faithful
Read
to
them
the
books.
concept of what
Sorax are
a
masters
D&D,
of deception
or
and
not necessarily just
infiltration.
D&D, but what
Anyone
a
here could be
more
a Sorak.
tabletop game
You
would
never
feel
know.
like.
Oh, come on.
You'll see.
So, anyway,
That being said,
Thorax
because they
might
were a
be
studio
legend,
with not
but
as much
orcs are
resources
quite real,
and manpower
not just in the
as
Badlands.
Baldur's Gate,
I
they
stumbled
still did
across a
something that
secret
I feel,
settlement right here in the
although does not
Principality.
look as
What?
amazing as Baldur's Gate,
High in the
I
hills,
feel like
2 days
it's
west of here. I
they've
left the
reached
main road to
something
find a shorter way
close.
through, and I was making good time. when I
Which to
dropped
me
through a
has me
sodding
going, okay,
sinkhole
if they
into
could
a
have done
cave.
this. Even if I'm gonna say I'm not too
Oh,
fanny of one of the control systems
must have
already, but
fallen on
if
my
they could
wrong
do this
side.
with what they have, I'm a little bit even more intrigued in what they can do with the sequel.
They just announced the sequel at what? I think the Game
The
Awards
Game
or
Awards,
something?
yeah.
So yeah.
I'm not turning around saying, "Oh, I'm going to jump right away to the sequel. I want to play through this a lot more before I."
Yeah, so you don't want to really barely tip your toes in this one to jump into the sequel, expecting it to be completely different in the way it plays.
Well, with
Although
what
may
they,
have, cleaned it up a bit.
but with what they have right now, like I would turn and say they might have something really. And this is once again me still going through the tutorial.
Yeah, because they're basically, I guess, telling a story around in the cabin, and then you're playing a bit of it.
Yeah, they're for the most part telling.
It's not good when you look like you're lost already.
Well, someone's been talking over stuff going on. Let's complete the. What was the quest I was supposed to do? Light your way. Ooh, shadow armor. It's also gonna say like D&D. This is one of those you can do other stuff.
We bring light in darkness.
In other words, like you can attack certain things or interact with the objects, or interact with the environment a little bit better.
Yeah. Oh, right there.
I failed the history
What
check.
the? Whatever this is.
This also means that
it's not
as you
good.
didn't notice, there's gonna be a lot more of those kind of dice rolls on the bottom of the screen, which is bit more common. Your character can cast healing spells like a cleric, or instance press square text to cast spell. You can light flammable items like torches and holders by interacting with them while holding a torch, or by casting flaming spells on them like the cantrip firebolt. Which it could have done, but it wasn't, for whatever reason, letting me do that a second ago then.
Oh.
This one, admittedly, feels like it could probably be a lot longer than For the King. It grants 2 benefits. So caution makes you go slower, but it benefits you by making it a little bit more stealthy. This one feels like it's a lot slower, but it would be a lot longer. Not like in a bad way longer, but just longer in the sense that this feels like it's one of those. It'll keep you playing and doing stuff a lot more. You have a lot more to kind of come back to. Whereas For the King feels a little bit more like, apart from, I could be wrong, but For the King feels like apart from maybe unlocking new characters and maybe doing runs because of a failure or whatnot, it might be like once you finish it, there's not so much more to keep going. Whereas this feels like, in the amount of time to do some of what you do in For the King to finish, complete it, you probably still have more to do in this. Not complaining or saying both games, I think, for what they are, serve a great.
Well, this also looks like it has a lot more customization, so even if it's just redoing the same missions, you could do it in multiple different character classes. I really feel like there might be less different classes than For the King.
Worse, it looks like this is the
Not to
only
mention,
way
you
out.
did say
They
that all the
just need to be
DLC and,
patient.
you know,
They can't stay there
On top
forever.
of DLC,
players.
various player character things, which you can.
Yep. Also, I assume you could create too.
You can create. You can create your own dungeons or play others, and you don't always have to use. You don't always have to use the same characters, obviously, throughout. So you could create new characters for every instance.
Yep, or you could carry your other character over to all the other stuff I imagine too.
Yeah.
Not sure I would have
Like
said
I
so
could take
last
this
time.
barbarian that I've
Orcs have a
created
very
through
distinctive
every
stink.
If Lord
encounter
Karen keeps us
adventure,
waiting
or I
much
could be
longer,
like,
I might greet him with a
hey, we're gonna
dagger.
We've
do
all told a tale of our travels here.
this player made one. I'm gonna create a brand new
Yes,
character
but I
and
have a
take him
good
through
reason
it.
for that.
And
It's none of
obviously
your
a
damn business.
brand new
You can't
character
have a
might
true
feel
friendship
like a
without
level 1
trust.
character might be
What are
different
you
than
hiding?
playing a level
Fine. You want to know the truth?
15 or 20. I don't know
I
what
stopped
the
on the
max
way
level
here
is,
to
but
visit an old friend of mine.
Still.
And discovered he was up to his eyeballs in debt with a loan shark.
Sounds like an idiot.
Indeed. He put up a family heirloom as collateral and wanted me
There's
to
also
reacquire
various
it,
other
because, you see, I can be quite stealthy.
classes and
when
subclasses
necessary.
and paths and whatnot, which is also very So in other words, just because I've chosen a barbarian, along down the road there's going to be different paths I can take that barbarian. Same with like some of the other magic-y characters. That might. Yeah. So I could just end up maybe playing another barbarian and then play that barbarian differently. Which is something that is like another staple in Baldur's Gate as well. Like playing a... I need... No path destination. I like that also shows you your rolls. Level 13.
Was that what the green numbers are at the top?
Yeah.
On your little square thing?
It's giving me
You said
exactly
that.
what I'm rolling and how it's...
Okay.
I don't think I passed the toolkit. Oh, I see something shiny out here, maybe. So this one gives me a better understanding of, like...
Liam, always thoughtful.
Can I go back wherever I want? Speeds things up much more if I can do that. I can do that. See, seeing the numbers though is much more nicer. I was very tempted just to... I see where we have to go. slower, but both games definitely have a... Oh, there's a trap there. Disarm traps, you must first detect it if you try to open it. Chest has a trap. And a success. Okay, so I thought I was being clever, thinking, oh, I'm gonna have to sneak through one of these windows or something, and this is not appearing to be the case.
Actually, you appear to be very lucky with numbers. Either that or because you're limited in what you can do in this, they're kind of up the chances of you getting the numbers at this point.
Yeah, but I mean, am I gonna have to fight these guys?
Good question. You haven't really fought anything yet, have you?
Fought 2 wolves. A couple wolves. I might have to. I don't see...
There you are, you filthy crook!
You? What? You're drunk. Get out of here before I kill you.
Think you scare me? Not anymore.
A grave mistake.
Liam, what are you doing here?
After some
I
non-player
told you
characters
I'd
may become
take care
criminals,
of
which
it.
means if you let them die, the game is over. Oh. So everyone rolls their initiative.
Go to hell.
That was a quick victory.
Are you four here to see Lord Karen?
Really? You made that look so easy.
Maybe. Or maybe we're here just to
Full
raise
tutorial
hell
and
break
luck of the
heads.
A
draw.
fight, is it? I'm sure
To
we
be
can
fair,
find an
in
outlet
general,
for
any of
your
this is all just
enthusiasm.
luck of the draw. They
Well,
might be
if you're
boosting
here
up
for
the
Lord
rolls a little
Karen
bit,
of the
but I
Legacy
imagine
Council,
that's
that would
just,
be me.
once again, tutorial reasons.
Fine. I'd like to present you with a bill for the time we
The other
just
thing,
spent
too,
cooling
in
our
general
ears.
as well,
free.
not
The
to
Council's bursary enjoys a good laugh.
say anything, but
Can you tell us more about the job?
general
Well, I
tabletop
suppose it's
games,
better if you know
sometimes the
what you're doing.
DM can be a little
What do you
bit
want to know?
more forgiving with stuff.
Well, also because the
Are we
video game,
going
they
to
don't
work
want to
for
soft
you?
block you,
Not
so you're
exactly,
kind of
no.
like
I'll
now
be your
stuck with other
contact
options of
with
what
the
to do.
Legacy
So I
Council,
imagine they kind
which
of
you will
up
serve
some of
as
the chances in
deputies.
certain
That's
things and
why we
lower the
need
chances
to
in
go
other things.
there
So
and get you
stuff
sworn
doing-
in.
Well, I mean, sometimes
Are
you
we
might
going to
just
work
have
for
a
you?
bad day
Not
where
exactly,
all
no.
your rolls
I'll be
end
your
up being really
contact
low,
with the
and
Legacy Council,
the
which you
person
will serve
DMing
as
might
deputies.
be like,
That's why we need
I'll
to go
kind of
there
help you
and
guys
get
out a
you
little
sworn
bit,
in.
or I'll throw something in.
We hear this is a mission for the council, but what...
Dear Moraike, I'll try to make it simple. But you know, the Council includes representatives of the most powerful, and it was created to lead a joint effort to
I am skipping a little bit there, but I'm reading at the same time, so I apologize.
What are the organizations you mentioned?
The Council is...
I apologize, man. I'm
meaning
just
that
here
state
for the
governments
watch.
are not represented. To avoid, instead, there are delegates from the Guild of Antiquarians, the Tower of Knowledge, the Ark, and the Church of Einar guarantees fairness.
A lot of select and answer.
I think we know enough now. Thank you. We should go, don't you think?
Very well.
Thank you, Hector, for having the one answer that was pretty much like, can we move it along? Everyone else kind of had like a, hey, you know, what else can you tell us about this? What else can you tell us about that? Open the journal screen to connect to your party progress and achievements. This does definitely seem like the kind of Baldur. Like I'm going to compare this a lot to Baldur's Gate, not to diminish or anything, but this does seem like the kind of game where it's like, it's value capital of our city right now. You need to find the. Oh, does that remove? This does seem like the kind of game where you're gonna. Maybe you're getting home from a long day and you're looking for like a long campaign that you'll be spending multiple nights and hours doing. This feels like the kind of game where that will be the case.
We'll talk after your swearing in.
Like the kind of game where you want to put aside multiple sessions. What?
This place is magnificent.
I'm busy. Come back later.
Fine, be busy. We'll come back later. I don't know, you said something. Do you think them being in a town, there won't be fog of war that they've already been here?
The bridge is closed for now.
Just realized that there's a yellow flashy dot on the map, which is probably where I'm supposed to go.
Oh, that's where the, was it R3 thing is?
Yeah.
I was wondering what that was. I'm like, that can't...
I could be wrong, but I'm assuming that's like...
That makes sense, because it looks like it does have a thing that says north on it.
Clear skies, adventurers. I am Chaplain Dallin.
Hello. What do you do?
I represent the Church of Einar. We provide various services for those who need them.
And can pay for them.
Those who seek his healing are rarely poor.
That is true.
Thank you.
Stay in the light.
Such a weird voice for like a reptilian person.
What the heck?
What?
I just heard the reptilian voice. Thank you.
Yeah, did you not hear her? That's what I was saying. Like, this feels like another instance, or like for the king, where having maybe multiple people, or spending, not necessarily having multiple people playing, but maybe spending the time to actually customize and build your party, rather than what I did, where I just built one character and then selected 3 other pre-made characters.
So this is what they spend our taxes on.
Look, is that the princess?
But having someone like maybe either having
Wait,
you and 3 other people play, have everyone build or create their own character, or if you're going to play this alone, spend more time building your party.
Wants nothing to do with drudges like us.
You thought it would be the princess?
That being said, obviously, if
She
you
rules the
are
whole
playing this
principality.
alone and you don't have as much time to
Who's
put
more
into
important?
building or creating multiple
Lady
characters.
Keene, the
At
council's
least they
oath
have
keeper,
a ton
is
of
trusted
pre-made
by
characters
all.
already built and ready
Lord
to go.
Karen,
Yes, milady.
are these your new deputies?
They are, milady.
My name is Lyra Keene, Oathkeeper of the Council.
down.
And I will be administering your vows. Once sworn in, you will carry the authority of the Council wherever you go. Your every action will reflect upon the Council's reputation. Remember that. Always. Now, please, raise your right hands. Do you, each and all,
No one raised their right hand,
solemnly
though.
swear your lives and allegiance to this Council, and promise to carry forth our mission to protect our alliance from any who would threaten the common good?
I swear.
There we go.
Excellent. Lord Karen will enter your name into the Council's register. Thank you for your service.
Congratulations, deputies.
Wait, that's it?
Frankly, the speech was long enough for my taste.
The formality reflects the solemnity of your oath, but more would probably be immodest. So, the mission. As I'm sure you know, the Council maintains a number of outposts to secure the border between the Principality and the Marches. One of them is the former Imperial Fortress, KLM. It's held by some 50 troops under the command of Captain Henrik. He sends us weekly status reports, or rather, he used to. We haven't heard a word from him in 3 weeks. Leave immediately for KLM and find out if anyone there is still alive. If Captain Henrik or anyone else is still breathing, bring him back. The Council wants a first-hand report.
Wait. These marches, they're not...
The Marches are a no-man's land, between the civilized world and the Badlands. It's outside the chain of mountains.
How
that
bad
really
are the
define
Badlands?
We wouldn't send you in there. Yet.
Right, I guess that's that. It's on to KLM.
Tutorial faction relations. Your 5 council of organizations. I can fast travel at least.
It's me wondering of how big the map is then.
Oh, time even fast forwards when you fast travel. Well, the map probably varies depending on what sections you're in, what you're doing, right? I imagine some people might have built more bigger
Hello, adventurers. What can I offer you?
bigger things, and others might have built more smaller things.
Tell us about your tavern.
The inn? Well, it's not that old, but somehow it feels like it's been here forever. Well, you can meet all kinds of people here, that's the good thing. An old scavenger, a diplomat from the council, a knight, a lord, a beggar. We also have rooms to rent by the night.
Why the name? Gravekeep's Cask.
Well, it's very old, from imperial times. Perhaps a historian would know, but I don't.
Tell us about your...
The inn? Well, it's not that old, but, well, you can meet all kinds of people here, that's the good. An old scavenger, a diplomat. We also have rooms to rent by the night.
Why the name?
Well, it's...
We should go.
I don't know if I like that some of the conversations between characters so far. I don't know. Like, you get one character who's kind of like, "Oh, I want to know more," and then another character is like, "Yeah, let's leave." It makes it so, like, if you want to maybe have one character be the more talkative character, and that person doesn't get the, I don't know. It's not bad. Like, I guess how they did it, it works. It's just your typical picking things up. It just would have been nice to have I don't know. I feel like there could have been a different option or a different way they could have done that.
But it's also the experiences they've had up until this game doing it, right?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, clearly this game, I guess, was good enough that they're working on a second one.
Well, they've had multiple DLCs for it. Anyway.
True.
I had everyone selected, and then oh, you can switch to fair cast light spell.
Light will guide us.
Oh, we can do like little inspections that way. Interact, quick access, location. Show interactions, game pause, solo, ping, multi. What's multi do? Oh, game pause. Ah, there we go. Select all. Is what I was trying to figure out a second ago.
Okay. Yeah, because it's better than controlling individually.
Controlling individually would probably work great. In some situations, like maybe going slow. Proficiency, skills. We can look at all the characters' things. Crafting. Okay, so. Is there a specific where I'm supposed to level up? Maybe I was supposed to rent a room.
Maybe? Yeah, it might be resting and then leveling.
Hello, adventurer.
Yeah,
What can I offer
that's what I'm...
We'd like to stay for the...
Sure. Just walk up to the...
Party loses 10 gold. There we go. Danger sense and reckless swing. This being a magic thing, so essentially he has access to some magical options.
Yep, so spells, jump, mage armor. Which I guess would also be another reason to have some characters do things alone more for like, one's good at lockpicking and stuff.
Oh, and you could always tutorial class archive. And yes, so in D&D, yes, at some camps, depending on your character, you can change your loadouts and your spells. But only when resting. Hence some of this. This really does seem...
You do that at Baldur's Gate too, I think.
Well, yeah. But I'm just saying, like, this feels... Not to say Baldur's Gate 3 doesn't feel like it as well, but this definitely feels like someone... Like, the focus was a lot more of... This is what... Oh, right there. Like, this is someone... Or a group of people took an actual D&D, like the core rule sets and whatnot, and then they translated it into a video game form.
Which is good, because that's kind of what you wanted, right?
Yes.
Are you Gorham?
That's me, the one and only.
Well, that's why I grabbed it. Oh, buy some food. I should definitely be looking at what I'm supposed to be doing, though.
Welcome.
Yes, you should.
Sit by candle torches.
I just find it kind of funny that the worse this looks, I think, is in the cutscenes.
Oh, you know.
Like, I feel like the gameplay, the characters look a little better, and like right now, the characters look really good.
Well, and the camera is a little bit far. I think, if anything, that was more their.
Can you zoom in at all?
Focus.
And out?
Can you zoom out at all? Zoom out now?
Well, when you're running around.
I don't know. Why would I want to zoom out? Zoom out more, you
or
mean?
in, or zoom in and out more. Like, you get closer to the camera. Like, okay.
I'm like, what are you...
I was getting at, can you do what you're doing right now?
Deputies?
They didn't have the budget and love, not love, but
it.
the budget and team that like Baldur's, that like Lorien
Oh,
Games
I know.
has.
I'm Annie Bagmorder, quartermaster of the Scavengers
Not to
Guild.
mention Lorien
We don't
Games
have a
have
seat
had
in
at
there,
least a
but
couple
They
games
all
under
know
their
exploring the Badlands without us.
Yeah,
under their
like
belt.
the original
That's
Sin
why you should
one.
stop by our headquarters down the road. You'll need our services, I'm
So,
sure.
yeah, like Divinity the Original Sin.
Compulsory.
And its
No.
sequel.
But you'll find our services useful. Everyone does. Did Lord Karen not tell you?
No, he pretty much stuck to giving orders.
Oh, right. Anyway,
With that being said,
we
it
offer
does
plenty
feel
of
like,
help
with
and
that being
advice to
said,
beginners like you.
from my understanding,
We
this
have
has
grown-ups,
more in
you
it than
know.
Baldur's
At least
Gate
most of the
kind
time.
of does.
Of course you are.
But that's also in
Well,
a sense like Baldur's
good
Gate
luck.
is a much more obviously polished game.
least
But
she's
at the end
not
of the
a
day,
lady or
Baldur's
something.
Gate, you,
I'd rather visit the
for
temple,
the most part, will
honestly.
be experiencing
So,
the
what do you
same
think?
story.
Should we
Granted,
Yeah,
you will
you may
be.
just take
Yeah.
upon
It's
it in
not
different
far,
ways
but-
because of different characters' abilities,
Let's go
right?
kill some monsters.
Yeah,
Like,
you-
basically,
If there's
regardless, you're doing the
business to be
same
done,
story.
we can't
Play
afford
through
not to.
1 to 5 or whatever.
Yeah. You might make some different choices and you might see some different outcomes because of those choices, but at the end of the day, yes, you are essentially playing through the same story where you have the mind flayers infecting you and you going through stuff. This, yes, that's at the end of the day, same story as well, but this also, once again, you have character
You came.
You piqued our
or
curiosity.
community generated
So,
stuff as well,
what
so that
exactly
you can
do you
expand and have more reasons to.
You don't know?
On top of the DLC.
Yeah.
What kind of help?
Simple. Now, in the marches, even if...
Who's Captain Merritt?
You really must be new. She's one of yours. Senior deputy of the council. Anyway, you trek out to some old ruin in the Badlands, kill a bunch of orcs.
So this is definitely more like you could jump
you're
on.
still a bit green. So let's say
You could beat the game in a week. I don't know if you can beat the game in a week,
You're
but you could
hurting our
arguably beat the
feelings.
game in the week. And
Orcs
on the
will hurt
weekend,
much more than your
jump into a
feelings,
different
believe me.
community
And
campaign.
stop interrupting, it's rude. So let's
Whereas
say
Baldur's Gate is
you
like you
find
beat the game
yourself
in a
with a
week.
whole load of
Next
rusty
week,
swords,
you can just
leather armor,
replay through that
shields,
same story.
too
as a
much for you to
different-
log back here.
Oh, so we're puny as well as green. Thank you so much.
So instead, you brave heroes just clear the place
That
of
also being
monsters
said, probably the
and draw
biggest
us a nice clean
potential
map.
difference that I can
Then
say
we
as
take
far
our
as I know
carts
is that
and
where
pick up
Baldur's Gate has
every
a
piece of
fun,
junk.
kooky character
We bring
like the
it
Dark
back,
Urge,
we sell it,
I don't
and we
know
split the profits with you.
Solasta
We
has
move the stuff, you go off to
a
kill more
character
bad
like that in
things.
this one.
Everybody wins. For
The
a
Dark Urge,
percentage, of
obviously, in
course.
Baldur, for anyone who doesn't
What?
know Baldur's Gate being a
Could never
character
carry
that
it
adds a
all
little
anyway.
bit of
Not in
randomness
your
to the
little
playthrough.
backpacks.
A little bit of,
Do you sell
you know,
healing potions?
certain things are out
No,
of your
we don't.
control, and I don't know.
There's a
so
shop
this
for
one
that.
has it. But they
Well,
could always
thank you.
add that in
I guess that's
in
it for
the
us.
sequel.
Fine. Feel free to visit us anytime.
True. You'd never
Or drop
know.
into any scavenger camp.
Even
Other
then,
others?
bad people may try to make
Anywhere we can
shit
settle.
bad.
By the way, if you find Captain Henrik...
No, the
we're
other
still
thing I'm just
interested.
thinking about too is I know in Baldur's Gate you can indeed
Getting
kill
our people to
almost the
Caerleon.
various
The
support
outpost is
characters. I
perfect
don't
for us.
know
Close to the Badlands.
if that is
Plenty of space for our camp.
the same here.
Right. We'll tell him if we
Because I
find
know it
him.
did just tell me a second ago. It said, "Hey,
That would
in
be
this mission,
appreciated.
this character
The more
can't
you do
die."
for us, the more we
So
do
there
for
might
you.
be some instances where you are
So
indeed
this
locked or
business
railroaded
relationship
into
can get better.
certain situations.
And I hope it will, friend.
I guess we'll see you around then.
Sure. Good luck out there.
But that's
And don't
also the
forget,
reminder that this
in the
is
Badlands,
made by a smaller team.
always keep
and
your
was,
eyes
I believe,
open.
their first game.
Yeah, so you have to basically let the player continue without
Oh,
getting to a dead end or something.
sometimes you gotta accept that things are a little bit are not always as amazing. These tools. Ah, I failed on that.
But
To get this
That
thing
was-
open. My thieves too.
I assume that's what the red thing is.
No, you didn't see the roll. I got a 2. Oh, no, it does say failure, but I got a 2.
Can't switch to a different character and try again.
No, I don't know. I probably could if I had thieves tool on a different character, but in some cases that's not necessarily how it works. This is maybe being a little too tutorial heavy at the moment.
Hello.
I get
How
they're
may I
trying to
help
teach
you?
me a lot of the mechanics, but they could teaching me that there's crafting vendors and whatnot. Other games would have, you know, had me go out on a mission and then return. Yes, I just sent one person there and then realized I'm probably supposed to send everyone there. Travel map. Work on a destination personnel plan to travel. It probably will take some time to get there. You can also enter location by pressing square. Oh, decent sized map.
Yeah, it looks a lot like it would be is potentially a bigger game than I thought it was. I feel like there's going to be more than obviously those two areas.
Yeah. Okay, then you can decide how quick or how slow you want to travel. So, traveling normal. Probably choosing to travel fast means that you might... That's right, sometimes the normal routine will be interrupted and your heroes will need to travel while they should be resting. This will add peak and stuff adventures and allow them to push themselves to. Well, that's kind of neat. I like this part, that aspect I like. The rundown of it, if you weren't paying attention, is that as I'm going out into the field, I can kind of choose how long I want to take to get to where I'm going, and that will obviously affect certain things. Going fast will probably mean that I'll have to fight more enemies, but it'll mean that
or you'll skip stuff that you could potentially be getting.
Yeah. Going slow means I might probably get... Also, how well rested I'll be by the time I get to wherever I'm going. But yeah, going slow means that my characters might discover more items on the field.
But I have to engage in more fights because of it too.
Probably, I'd imagine going slow means they would engage in less fights, actually. Because they'd be able to kind of go around it, right?
I guess, but I feel like also going fast would make you mostly just...
Going fast would probably be more... Well, you're speeding down, you'd probably be tripping more traps or not being aware of your...
Yeah, I guess that could work too.
Nah, I don't know why I moved. I made that attack of opportunity.
You're still standing.
Yeah, I did that to myself. I don't know why I completely zoned out on attack of opportunity and then zoned out on it a second time. If I move him, that's going to be attack of opportunity as well.
Yeah, apparently the game came out in March.
Which one?
Or it came out earlier on PC, just took that long to transfer over to console.
Oh, this one?
This one, yeah.
You're just Googling it?
I accidentally hit my controller and knocked myself out of watching the video, and I'm just like, well, I'm here, I'm just curious when it actually came out. So I looked and then jumped back into watch the video. Or streaming.
It goes on sale quite often, though. Cantrip, light.
Arcana, evil.
That's battle.
She couldn't do anything because attack of opportunity. I wasn't attacking anyone, was I? Why did I think there was someone there? No one saw that.
I have no idea, and everybody saw that.
Deal with it.
I got distracted. I didn't realize.
Okay.
Solasta, Evo, Malmis.
Perfect.
Ah, he's dead.
Have you ever sprayed a water bottle not where you wanted it just to see if it would work, and then sprayed where you needed it?
That's exactly what I was doing.
Exactly. But with magic.
Ooh, magic missiles. Oh.
Arcana Evo.
That I like.
No, I can't move. Attack of opportunity.
Okay. I was going to say what the hell that was, but I guess it was just a spell used the purple.
Magic missiles. It was magic missile, but I could pick all the characters I want to attack.
Go on!
In attacks, you can say to go back to sleep and complete your long rest. Do so, move the cursor to the campfire and press X.
I was going to say, I like how it zooms in when you actually attack.
Yeah, if you rush, you probably get more. Interruption. You can always interrupt your travel manually by pressing square menu. Because you're probably less aware of band-aids and whatnot, so you might just run through everything. Whereas if you go slow, you'll probably get less attacks, but you'll get more gold, being more intrigued in things going on around you. And the normal is probably just like the mix.
Yeah, or replayability.
Again, I did a really bad combat there. I should have had my barbarian rage and not run through everyone letting them all like hit them.
It's a little too quiet, don't you think?
I don't know what I picked for the lizard dude, but it's kind of cool. I think I'm gonna end this here though, because I'm pretty sure that was like about an hour, a little over an hour. So till next time.